Let's meal plan together. Welcome to Saving Money for the Long Run. I'm Christy, and today we're going to be putting together our meal plan for March. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a quick little freezer or pantry inventory. I've already done it really, but I'm just going to show you inside the freezer and the pantry so that you can see what we have. Okay, really quickly here, we're gonna take a quick look at what we have in our freezer. And we have, this was some ham. We got a ham really cheaply, and then we divided it up into different packs so that we could just pull out how much we needed for like breakfasts. We could make omelets, things like that. Our pork that we got last month, and we haven't made it yet. We got some chicken thighs there. Those are boneless, skinless. And then we have one pack of cheesy chicken that we made and we didn't finish eating it. So I put the rest of it in the freezer. We'll pull it out at some point. Some ground beef. We got 4 pounds of that. We have some boneless, skinless chicken breast here and all of these packs right here. And then these are all chicken thighs that are, they're bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, and yeah, that is as well. And we got some broccoli stems. I need to make some soup with that. I have some rolls here. That is some chicken legs right there, and then 1 whole chicken. And so that's what we have in the deep freezer. All right, and this is our pantry. You know, that area is just our baking area. We have a little overflow of things like rice, seasonings, lasagna noodles, all kinds of stuff like that are up there. We also have some more flour and stuff back there, sugar. We just don't use it very often. It just takes us a while to get through that. Some of my protein powders and stuff there, grits, seasoning, brown rice, more pasta noodles back there, and more rice, some tortilla shells. That's like self-rising flour. That's the quinoa that I bought last month. I haven't opened the bag yet. Different things like that. That's Joel's gels for when he runs. And my stock up on broth, I bought that from Kroger, and it was like 69 cents per container, and it was free range chicken broth. So I stocked up. I got 5 of them. My teas, I do use. Some of my sauces, you know, and molasses, things like that right there. Some peanut butter, that's our son's. Some different canned foods, tomato paste, things like that. And all my seasonings that I use to make blends. You know, I bought that, and I'm taking it really slowly going through those. As you can see, because I still have a lot of them. There was only 12 in the first place. I think I've used 2 of them. And my oils, got olive oil, coconut, and avocado oil, my oats back there, and some canned chicken, and some tuna that I had in my hurricane stockpile. I need to use that soon. And then this here, Body Armor, I think that's what that's called. Yeah. Not Body Armor, or is it? Yeah, that is what that word is, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, oh, look at that. I got something to pick up and put in the garbage can. Anyway, that belongs. That was something else we bought for the hurricane stockpile, and we just haven't drank it all. It's not my favorite thing. Hopefully Joel will drink some of those really soon. All right. Y'all ignore the crummies on my refrigerator. I do need to clean it. All right, I got some cilantro, some eggs. The egg prices are pretty good at Sam's Club. If you have Sam's Club membership, be sure to check there for your eggs. milk. This was some coconut cream. I had a can of it in the pantry, so I decided to use that, and I've been just putting like a tablespoon of that in my coffee in the mornings just to so I could use it up. Some cucumbers and stuff. These are things that I've been using for like my Mediterranean or Greek bowls there. And that was some leftovers that from Joel and our son had pulled pork a couple of nights ago, and that's some leftovers. They've been eating that for lunches since they had leftovers of it. That's butter, some yogurt, some bread for his peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's some grilled chicken that also goes in my bowls. I have a little celery and carrots and one bag of apples. That is pretty much it. All right, hang on and I will show you what I'm actually going to be buying at the store, the meal plan, and the grocery list. All right, and so now that we've done our pantry, we're going to start looking at our meal plan. I've already done the meal plan myself, but I'm going to quickly talk you through what I've actually got planned and, you know, any little things that I think are like noteworthy. All right, so let's look at week 1. As you can see on the screen, week 1, we're gonna have our baked chicken thighs, and then hamburger rice casserole is a new recipe for us, and we'll be recording that for the channel to show in some future video. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to subscribe. We'll have leftovers and then chicken and broccoli stir fry. Chicken and broccoli stir fry. Just as a couple of notes before we move on, you see out written there twice. The reason why is because our little Minnie was born in March, and so we're going to be going to Tennessee to be there for her first birthday. So we will have a few days where we will not be eating at home. We'll get to that. The rest of them will be gone for like 5 days. So that's the plan right now. So the other note that I want to make is while you are seeing me say meal plan and stuff, I want people to know this is a flexible meal plan. We change and pivot. One of the reasons why is because Joel's schedule changes a lot. So all of a sudden, like if I planned it, then like his schedule may come out the next week, and he might work an evening shift instead of the day shift on that day. So it's not the same every week. So like the week that I'm actually recording this, the week before I recorded this, he got off on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, like about 4 o'clock. But then this week, it was Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, he's having evening shifts. So all of a sudden, I'm not going to cook if he's not home. So I'm eating leftovers from like some of my lunch foods and stuff like that instead of making dinner. So all the things that I had planned is just going to get backed up into the next week. So that's why it's flexible, and that means that what I do is I just kind of hold back on any fresh produce that might be later in the week, so that if I don't get to it, nothing goes to waste. And so I just plan the meals it basically means I make sure that I have all the ingredients that I need to make those meals, except fresh produce for the later in the week ones, which we'll talk about that more. You'll see that as we're going through this. But anyway, that's week 1. Week 2, still out for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then Tuesday, we come back. For that Cajun tortellini soup, I have to have spinach. So after we get back on that Monday or early that morning on Tuesday, we'll have to go out and buy the produce that we need for the 2 meals that will take fresh produce. The spinach for the tortellini soup and the pulled pork. We'll probably buy like some potatoes and make French fries to go with that. Then later in the week, we have the taco bake, and that is a new recipe that we have made recently and shown on the last recipe video that we did. We'll link that in the description if you'd like to go see the taco bake. Pretty easy recipe, and turns out delicious. So then on week 3, we have whole chicken. We spatchcock it. That means we cut the backbone out of it and it lays flat so it cooks faster. And then we're making, we've tried it once, but we haven't shown it on the channel yet. It's called chicken and wild rice casserole. It's like the soup, except it's in casserole form. So it's really good. I'll go ahead and tell you it's coming up. So we have it scheduled for that day so that we can record it, and it'll be coming soon. The sausage and green bean and potatoes recipe is something that we've shown on the channel before. It's really good. And then the breakfast foods is just eating eggs, bacon, something like that, you know, just to kind of, you know, like just kind of make it to the next day. I don't want to cook something the day before buying groceries. That takes a lot of ingredients. So sometimes I'll just throw breakfast foods in there. The FFY, by the way, that I have on the screen on Saturdays just means fend for yourself. Joel almost always works Saturday night, and so my son and I, we just eat whatever. I don't cook anything special, so that's why. Sunday, week 4, on the Sunday, we're gonna grill hamburgers. Monday, the baked chicken thighs, just like earlier, and then the Wednesday, penne pasta with sausage and veggies. Such a good recipe. I love it so much. But like that, those veggies, we probably will not buy until late. Like we might even go out on the Wednesday and get them. Or we'll definitely not buy them until we're buying groceries at the beginning of that week, because they will not last till week 4. So that's one thing. And then Friday I got spatchcock chicken. We usually have like some baby potatoes with that, but not a lot of veggies that could go to waste. So sometimes we go ahead and get those baby potatoes because baby potatoes just last longer, but sometimes we wait. On week 5, there is not a lot going left of that week. It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We always fend for ourselves on Saturday. The lemon chicken orzo soup is going to be a totally new one for us. We'll be recording it probably for the channel, but orzo is something we've never cooked with, so I'm really excited to try something new. And it says it makes 11 servings, so I am expecting leftovers from that. So that is the whole meal plan, and let's show you what our grocery list actually looks like, because you might be surprised to know there's not very much. For dairy, we just need some cheeses, and we'll probably buy some eggs. If we don't buy them this week, we'll buy them the next week. And I only say it because we're going to be gone 5 days. That's why there's some things that I'm kind of holding back on, because I don't want them to go bad in the refrigerator. Like sometimes at the beginning of the month for my health goals, I try new healthy recipes, so that I can do them for the other channel, for the health goals channel, but also, you know, because I feel excited about my eating when I try new recipes that are healthy recipes, because it's exciting because I'm trying something new. But I'm not going to do that this week. I'm going to wait until after we get back. So we may spend more in another haul later in the month, but right now this is all we have, is that shredded cheese, the eggs, some flour tortillas for that taco bake. Joel wants to get some croissants for his breakfast foods, and he always takes them, he buys the 12 count at Sam's Club, and he takes them and divides them up and freezes them, and then pulls them out like 3 or 4 at a time. So that is what that is about. Under other, we don't really show these other toiletries very often, but our son needs some shampoo in his bathroom, and then I need some interdental brushes. If you're not familiar with what those are, if you have problems with your teeth, with your gums, you have to be extra careful about making sure you're getting everything. And so they will recommend these little tiny brushes that go in between each tooth to make sure that you don't leave anything behind in between the teeth. So that's what that is. They're pretty cheap. You can get them at Walmart. We need one more whole chicken. I have one already in the freezer, but I didn't have two. So we're going to grab one of those. And then there was 2 recipes that call for sausage, and we'll be adding that. Actually, we have 3 recipes that call for sausage, but one of them was one that I planned for February and we didn't get to. So we already have that sausage. So we only need it for 2. The produce there, if you see the question marks, is because I'm questioning if I want to buy them yet or wait till I actually need them or closer to when we need them, because I don't want them to go bad. And you might think, shouldn't you not want to go to the store and it not go like going out of the way? Joel works directly in front of an Aldi, so he can run in and get them. Also, we live a quarter of a mile away from a Publix, so we can run into the store and get the produce. And we've just conditioned ourselves to walk in and get the thing and walk back out. You don't have to feel like you have to buy a whole cart full of groceries just to go in and get some garlic. So that's how we kind of feel. The green bell pepper, that's one I will definitely need for the hamburger rice casserole. So it's not one that I'm concerned will go bad. We also will need some salsa con queso, some wild rice, some orzo, obviously, never cooked with that, so I don't have it. These peanut butter crackers is the ones that Joel uses before he goes out for a run. And he did forget to buy some recently, and so he's starting to miss them and like not getting something, like he's getting other things than he wanted to get, like he's grabbing Pop-Tarts and stuff because he's starving. Sometimes when he comes back from a run, like he's starving. So the peanut butter crackers is something that helps him a lot, so he'll be grabbing that. Pop-Tarts for our son. Pringles, I know the word isn't Pringies, is a joke with our son that we do. And the sparkling waters that we normally get him, the Bellevue at Aldi or either LaCroix or something like that. And we jokingly call them Sparkies. So again, I know that that's not what they're really called. And then something we almost never do is we're going to buy an actual seasoning blend. And I know y'all are like, what? Because I always say we save money because we do not buy seasoning blends. Well, when I started looking at this new recipe for the lemon chicken orzo soup, it called for lemon pepper seasoning. And so then I went to Pinterest, started looking for lemon pepper seasoning recipes, and they all call for like 4 or 5 lemons that you have to grate and all this kind of stuff like that, or you have to find dried lemon peel or something. And I feel like by the time I buy all of those ingredients, I'm probably going to be spending more money making the blend than I would just buying the blend. So I'm probably going to see, I'm pretty sure Mrs. Dash or somebody has a low sodium version or a no salt, that's it, no salt kind of lemon pepper seasoning. So I'm going to look at doing that because that is not common for us. So anyway, that is the whole meal plan. The whole grocery list is pretty small, as you can see. I'm not sure we're even going to go to Aldi. We may just get this all at Walmart and Sam's Club. And like I said, we may have to do another haul later in the month because I feel like I cut back a little bit for fear that we would throw out food because we were on a 5-day road trip. So, yeah. Anyway, that is the whole thing. Be sure to let me know what you do for your meal planning. If you, we use a spreadsheet on Google Sheets that we have synced to our phone. And the beauty of that is we never forget our grocery list at home. So anyway, that is all that we have for you today. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And until next time, this is Christy with Saving Money for the Long Run, saying, so long run, give yourself a little grace. Bye.